Hey guys, so as you know, Halloween is right around the corner, and in honor, I have decided to give you my personal list of my top 10 horror games of all time if you want to keep the horror going long after Halloween season is up. Let's get into it. Kicking things off at number 10 is the Mortuary Assistant, an indie horror game available on Steam. The Mortuary Assistant has you play as Rebecca Owens on her first night on the job, as you guessed, a mortician. What should be an easy night embalming corpses quickly turns sinister due to an evil presence that resides at the Riverfield Mortuary. This game has loads of replayability, even though I probably wouldn't replay it due to its non-scripted random events. See, what happens in one playthrough might not happen in the next, or at a different point in another playthrough. This feature keeps the game fresh and the horror flowing. Number 9, Until Dawn. Until Dawn is another reason it's great to be a PlayStation gamer. This PS4 exclusive gives the player full control of his character and their fate. What starts off as a typical teenage slasher game slowly turns into something more supernatural. The game has the butterfly effect, where the choices you make throughout the game matter and have weight behind them. You make bad choices, people die, one by one until no one's left. Or depending on how good you are at making quick and life-threatening decisions, every character can maybe make it until dawn. Wonder if you can survive this horror scenario? Well, I suggest putting your skills to test with Until Dawn. Number 8, Resident Evil 2 Remake from 2019. Released for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The original Resident Evil released in 1988 and is still a fan favorite in the series, so a remake was bold, but it pays off. The game has two companions. You play as fan favorite Leon and Claire as they make their way through Raccoon City after most of the people have been turned into zombies, along with some horrifying biological weapons plaguing the city. The game holds its tension, but the true horror is when Mr. X shows up. You can't kill him for a good duration of the game, so that leaves you to do one thing: run and hide. Mr. X will pursue you non-stop. It doesn't matter if you're gunning down zombies, solving puzzles, or halfway across the map since you last saw him, he always finds and catches up to you, which is really a horror on its own. Number 7, The Evil Within. Released for PS3, PS4, PC, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. From the legendary Resident Evil creator Shinju Mikami, The Evil Within is more like his very own Silent Hill creation. This game is downright scary with some creepy imagery. Playing as Detective Sebastian, you arrive on the scene of a bloody massacre at a hospital when all hell breaks loose. Or does it? The game becomes a complete nightmare as we, the player, never know what to expect next. Throughout the game, the player will experience all kinds of creepy, crazy locations, such as a mental hospital, a church, an estate, a hotel, plus some creepy creature designs. I think The Evil Within deserves number 7 on this list. Number 6, Alien Isolation, released for PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Whether you're a fan of the Alien franchise or not, this game will give you one wild ride. The game takes place after the events of the original Alien movie. 15 years later, you play as engineer Amanda, daughter of Ellen Ripley, lone survivor of Alien. As she investigates the disappearance of her mother aboard the space station, guess what happens? An alien shows up. This game will always have you checking your 6 and holding your breath with anticipation while hiding. Not to mention, this game will really make you hate tight crawl spaces. And what really makes this game great is that the game had a good AI system, making it pretty scary, and it deserves to be on this list. Taking the halfway spot is Silent Hill 2, released for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox, Xbox 360, and PC. Silent Hill is another great gaming series that helped define the survival horror genre. Silent Hill 2 is loved by fans and critics alike. It is considered the best in this series, and upon making this video, a Silent Hill 2 remake has been confirmed. You play as a guy named James as he makes his way through the monster-filled town of Silent Hill, searching for his deceased wife. This game has a deep and emotional storyline that keeps the player guessing what's real and what's not. It's dark, depressing, and horrifying all at the same time. Releasing over 21 years ago, Silent Hill 2 is an icon of perfection in the survival horror genre. Number 4 is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Originally released for PC in 2010, then for PlayStation 4 in 2016 and Xbox One in 2018, and now it's on Nintendo Switch. And there's a reason this game eventually made its way to each gaming system. It's scary, really scary. Set in 1839, it follows our protagonist Daniel, a man with almost no memory of himself or his past life, all while exploring a dark and forbidden castle while trying to maintain his sanity. You do this through surviving the monsters lurking about and trying to avoid unsettling events. It's a nightmare in a game that earns its spot at number 4 on this list. Number 3, Dead Space, released for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Dead Space has a unique setting. Like other survival horror games, you have the ability to fight back. However, the game still makes you feel completely helpless all at the same time, bringing your fears to space and taking inspiration from games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and movies like Event Horizon with some H.P. Lovecraft elements. Dead Space has a rich and horrifying universe. You play as everyday man and engineer Isaiah Clarke, who embarks on a mission with a small team to repair a massive deep space mining ship, but Isaiah has a personal stake in the matter. His girlfriend Nicole is a senior medical officer aboard the ship. Soon after, we realize this isn't going to be a simple repair mission, uncovering a bloodbath, and the ship's crew slaughtered and infected by aliens. The atmosphere in this game is like no other, and it will keep you fearing what may or may not be lurking around the next corner. Number 2, Resident Evil 7: Biohazard, released for PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC. This right here, guys, is the game that revived the Resident Evil series, finally back to its horror roots, and with a smaller setting, doing away with the heavy action and global saving events. And you play as a new protagonist to the series, Ethan Winters. Ethan travels to Louisiana to search for his wife Mia, who has been missing for the past 3 years. He finds her in a plantation occupied by the infested Baker family. This game takes some inspiration from a handful of iconic horror movies, such as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Blair Witch, Saw, and The Ring, all while still feeling like a Resident Evil game. The game was apparently so scary to some that they even lightened up on the scares for Resident Evil Village due to feedback. A mistake in my opinion, but that alone should tell you how good this game is. And taking the number 1 spot is Outlast, released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Players playing this game will experience not just jump scares, but on top of that, a deep dark feeling of unsettling inner horror. From the sinister lighting, the camera movements, and the eerie suspenseful music, all while adding some infused stealth elements. You're playing as a journalist named Miles as he navigates a terrifying psychotic hospital in Leadville, Colorado that is overrun by homicidal patients. Being an investigative journalist, Mike has a camcorder that can be used to help see your surroundings. But if your camcorder runs out of batteries, you're good as dead, due to your lack of visibility to see where the enemy is approaching. In a game where your fear is so high that it's beyond tempting to use your camcorder when you should be saving your batteries. Other horror games are stuff of nightmares. Outlast is the nightmare. and will probably give you some, as many claimed it has. Outlast is a horrifying roller coaster of a game, and for that reason, it comes in at number 1. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and also let me know in the comments if you agree with my top 10 picks or if you disagree with my top 10 picks. Either way, I want to know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.